Well, let's dive in real quick to this other area, the specialty or plyo or multi-use cardio equipment. These can be cheap, they can be fun, they can be easy. Although I don't know if they're really purely cardio, they offer a lot of great aspects. And in here are some things to think about: agility ladders, foam boxes, mini hurdles, and slam balls. All right. I think these are great options. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't cost a whole lot of money, except the foam boxes. And clients absolutely love them. So highly recommend it. All right. So agility ladders. I didn't think that general population clients would love this as much as they do. They will blow you away with how much they love these agility ladders, especially older women. I don't know why. I don't know if it reminds them of dance team or what is that called? Choreography or whatever the hell it does. But they absolutely love agility ladders. Throw that sucker down, teach them different routines. And I would say the older the client, the more they're going to love this. Let me say that again. The older the client, the more they're going to love agility ladders. Teach very simple patterns and then try and mix it up or add in patterns. So teach them a simple pattern and then see if they can throw a ball back and forth with a partner while they're doing the pattern. See if they can recite the Pledge of Allegiance or look up and left and down and right and all these areas without screwing up the pattern. They love the challenge, and I think it's really good for that cognition. I can't tell you how great these are. They don't take up any space. They fold up in on themselves. You usually get a zippered case with them. You can get them pretty cheap at every sporting goods store around, including Amazon. But if you don't have a lot of space, these are great. One little tip: if you don't have a lot of space, put these things diagonally in your room. You get the longest length if you go diagonal, and it forces people to kind of fall in line and not just be spilling everywhere. You'll be surprised by the organization. I love agility ladders. All right. Foam boxes. Now, I would only have foam boxes. I would not put wood boxes or steel boxes if I only had 400 square feet. I'd only use foam boxes. Why? Number one, there's no hard edge for anybody to fall and shave skin off their shin with it. I've seen it. It looks gnarly. People don't appreciate it. They're also fairly easy to handle. And if they fall on somebody, tip over, or whatever, it doesn't hurt anybody. I love it. You can also use them for a lot of your rehab. It can be where somebody's sitting and you're progressively getting them to work on a deeper and deeper squat, and that foam box is checking them. They're great for jumping up on or stepping up on or jumping over. Whatever it is, there's a million uses for foam boxes. These are not cheap. To get a set like these on the left anymore, if you can get them, number one, they're massive, so the shipping is expensive. Number two, they're expensive to produce because it's got to be foam that's stiff enough for people to stand on without being so hard that it hurts when you land on it. I think a set like that on the left is about $1,500 for the entire set. I think you can get them even more expensive. You can get cheaper ones, but I'd be worried about the quality of the foam and the sewing in the vinyl. Anyways, tons of uses. If you get them, get it progressively. I would say that if you're going to be blending rehab and exercise, that the top 4 or 5 here are probably more useful than this big one at the bottom. The big one at the bottom is great if you're like a CrossFit athlete, but let's be real. What are you really getting your clients to use, and what are you encouraging them to do? That green one would have a ton of use all the time in rehab. All right, so I think plyo boxes are great. Mini hurdles. This one's a little bit controversial. I've heard people say, I'll never use mini hurdles. I had, a friend of mine, he had a client impaled by a mini hurdle. I don't know how that happens, but mini hurdles are great. I think they're basically like a juiced up version of agility ladder. I think mini hurdles are fantastic and a good use of space. They get out of the way, they fold up, you can take them anywhere, and people seem to enjoy them as long as you're not too aggressive. The repeated jumping can be a little bit tough for older folks and the repeated landings. But if that's the case, have them move through the hurdles, meaning forward, over, back, over, forward, over, back, over, and then do that facing different directions. That quick feet drill could save their life. It's fall prevention, training through it. So I like mini hurdles. If you don't, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Either way, just go ahead and post in the comments. That's what these are all about. All right. All right. Lastly, slam balls. I'm sure everybody has had the fun time of picking up a ball, slamming it on the ground, picking up a ball, slamming it on the ground. Slam balls are great. Usually you want a pretty heavy ball. They are a little more expensive in the medicine ball world. You do want to make sure that they don't bounce. Funny story from my past. I had an athlete who was pretty strong, grabbed the wrong ball, and as he went to smash it on the ground, it was a high bounce medicine ball. It bounced off the ground and hit him right in the face. So he felt pretty dumb, but it was my fault. I should have warned him to grab a slam ball. Couple things to think about here. Number one, lighter is better. I see so many people with their athletes picking up this massive ball they can't even hold, and they never slam it. They just drop it. There's no actual slam. But if you look at this guy in picture 3, he's got triple extension going on, right? He's creating that vertical force vector, and he's engaging, he's throwing this thing down. He's engaging and chopping hard. That's what we're looking for. We're not just looking for somebody to lift it up, let go, lift it up, let go. So are they drop balls or are they slam balls? I challenge you. If you give somebody one that's too heavy, they cannot slam it. They cannot. So I would say if I were buying balls for general fitness, I would top out. I would have the heaviest ball I would have would be about 18 pounds. I'd probably have a lot at the 14 and 16 pound range just to have them slam the hell out of it. And I'd probably have a few at that 6 or 8 pound range. So my old ladies and my young athletes can get the speed aspect of slamming this sucker down. But man, when I see 30, 40, 50, I saw 80 pound slam ball. I don't think you're getting slamming at that. I don't care if it's Rich Froning holding that damn thing. He's not slamming it. He's letting it drop and maybe assisting gravity. So something to think about. So slam balls are fairly cheap, easy to store, fun, but you got to find other uses for them too. You don't want to commit to all that expensive balls without multiple uses.
Thanks so much for checking out these videos. I hope they're useful. We'll cover things like rehab, exercise, business model, progressions, layout, everything else that helps you build a clinic. So if you're interested, you can click here, there to get more videos just like this.